What's going on, everybody? I go by the name of Kari, and I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on SneakerPhetish. If you couldn't tell by the thumbnail or by the special edition box, today we are talking about a brand new Air Jordan 6, taking an early look at one that doesn't drop until early March. But this shoe here is really special. I'm just still torn because the other shoe that people are comparing it to is just that iconic. Without further ado, let's get into it. Boom. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Air Jordan 6 UNC. I'm gonna tell y'all like this, boy, the back door is open for these sneakers right now. If you want to get your hands on a pair of these early, that shouldn't be very hard to do. Just make sure that you get them from a legitimate source. Now, this pair actually came from GOAT. You guys can see the little GOAT tag right there, because apparently people like to be weird on here and question legitimacy of sneakers. So if anybody has any questions, number one, you can talk to GOAT. And if you're still not satisfied by that, the Frank stand is open. Let's get into it. So first impressions on the sneaker, super solid. Very, very nice. Of course, we're going to get a little bit deeper into the shoe to talk about some things that I hear people kind of having some gripes with. But overall, I'm not going to lie. This is a super solid Air Jordan 6. Let's dive in. All right, now starting with the upper of the shoe here, classic Air Jordan 6 upper. Nothing different about the silhouette itself. You have a primarily white grain leather upper here. Nothing really special about the leather. That's the thing about these special edition shoes. A lot of times they focus in so much on other things about the design that they really leave the leather kind of lacking. The leather is pretty mid. You're getting trophy room Air Jordan 1 quarter panel leather right here. This is nothing really special. However, the other paneling here, the UNC blue paneling that's going all throughout the sneaker and right here in the eyelets of the shoe as well, pretty nice. It's a soft nubuck. I'm not mad at it at all. And this time, no bleeding onto the midsole, unlike the Carmines 6 fiasco that we are still kind of reeling from. You got black on the midsole right underneath that UNC blue. Very nice contrast there. Taking the top down, look at the shoe now. This is where things start to get a little bit interesting. First, you get more of that UNC blue on this top down look. You also get the blue lace lock / Dubré, whatever you want to call it. I've heard a couple of people wonder what color certain pieces of the shoe are, so we're going to get into that as well. But the lace lock here, this is a very dark navy blue. Right underneath that, of course, you have the classic Air Jordan 6 shroud here in neoprene UNC blue with the darker stitched blue Jumpman on it as well. Let's get into the tongue a little bit. Now, on the tongue, you guys notice it's a translucent pattern here, so you can see the pattern probably better on the other side of the tongue. So let's flip it around. On the back of the tongue, you guys can see that more pronounced kind of zigzag kind of design there, which actually mimics the insole of the sneaker as well. So we can go ahead and talk about that as well. Again, alternating colors between the white, the UNC blue, the darker blue. What exactly is this? I've heard a lot of people talk about it has to do with the Air Jordan 7, but that's not it. The actual UNC Air Jordan 6 Player Edition sneaker that was actually given to the championship team in 2017 featured these same design elements on the back of the tongue. If you guys look closely at that picture, the tongue of that actual Player Edition sneaker that's worth like, I don't know, $75,000 or something crazy like that on StockX, that shoe actually had the exact same pattern that's featured on the tongue here. So yes, while I understand it does remind everybody of the Air Jordan 7 graphics, this is actually a direct adaptation of the same print that's used on the tongues of the UNC Jordan 6 Player Edition sneakers. Now, there's some other things that I find very interesting about the shoe, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's keep going. Moving around to the back of the shoe here, the first thing you're going to notice is the little Ferrari spoiler, I call it, on the back. Now, this spoiler here, a lot of people thought it was navy blue. This is black with a UNC blue stripe going across it. So this is black. The lace lock on the front of the shoe is a navy blue. That being said, as far as I can see, the inner lining, the sock liner of the shoe is also black, not navy blue. But when you're looking at the navy blues and the blacks, your eyes can definitely play some tricks on you. Moving down from the Ferrari spoiler on the back of the shoe, we have the most talked about part of this shoe here, the Team Jordan tag stitched on the back of the shoe in place of a Jumpman or of the Nike Air. Why do they keep doing this? So I have kind of a regular YouTube reason why they put the tags on the back of these sneakers here, and then I also have more of a conspiracy theorist reason. The regular reason is because, of course, these have to do with classic colorways or classic iterations of Player Edition sneakers. Every Player Edition sneaker, quote unquote, we've seen over the years that was made into a general release featured the Team Jordan tongue. We think about the Michigan 5s, we think about the Oregon 5s, and most notably, probably one of the more popular versions of these team tag sneakers, the recently released UNC Jordan 4. Now, here's the funny thing about it. I hear a lot of people complaining about the tag on the back of these, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think that tag on the UNC Jordan 4 tongue is way worse than the tag on the back of these. I mean, when you're wearing the shoe, you're not even gonna see it. So I don't even know why it's that huge of a deal for a lot of people, but for some people, it's a deal breaker. To each his own, but honestly, I think that tag on that UNC 4 is way more atrocious. Now, the conspiracy theorist reason. These sneakers, I believe, are gonna cost somewhere around $210 at the retail drop, whenever they drop in March, or hopefully they don't get pushed back. But here's the thing about that. If you guys remember, Team Jordans back in the day used to actually be cheaper than the signature models or other models of Jordans. That's why they were actually a little bit easier to attain, especially for full-on basketball teams at certain schools. They were at a lower price point, which got you an even lower price point when you would buy them in bulk. But now here we are buying Team Jordans for the same price or more in some instances as other retros. And how Jordan Brand finessed that, I'll never know, but I'm guessing maybe it's because people just really wanted the player editions that bad. I'm sure that a lot of people at Nike and Jordan Brand also have StockX on their cell phones, so they see how much money the real player editions are going for. But not only that, it's also a great way to kind of boost up the numbers in the Team Jordan division over at Jordan Brand. Jordan Brand figured out a way to get us to pay exorbitant amounts of money, retro prices on Team Jordans, which historically used to be really cheap sneakers, way cheaper than the regular price for the retro. So kudos to Jordan Brand, I guess. But for whatever it's worth, that's what we're getting on the back of these. No Jumpman, no Nike Air. We'll be interested to see if any customizers out there end up taking the tags off and maybe replacing them with something else. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be taking the tags off, but I'm interested to see if you guys put anything else on the back. Finishing off the shoe here, you have this really nice, very icy blue, semi-translucent outsole here, mixed in with the white and the UNC blue Jumpman right in the midfoot. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the Air Jordan 6 UNC. I mean, it's a fantastic sneaker right now. A lot of people are making a lot of money off these right now, selling them for $400 to $500 on the resale market. Hey, listen, get your money. It's a good looking shoe. Now, the question is, are these better than the Carmine 6s? That seems to be kind of the title and thumbnail that a lot of people are going for these days. Now, if you want my personal opinion, personally, no, these are not better than the Air Jordan 6 Carmines. Now, again, I understand that I might be a little bit older than some of you guys watching this, so I may be a bit more of a loyalist, and I may actually just like the history and the fact that Michael Jordan actually went out there and did work and actually won championships and actually was on the court in the Carmines, as opposed to the adaptation of the UNC. That being said, this is a super solid contender for a really nice Air Jordan 6 that actually has some really dope history embedded in it. Let's talk about the UNC PEs for a second. Now, the disappointing thing about these Jordan 6s is that they're not the exact same color blocking as the original 2017 Air Jordan 6 UNC PEs. These look very different as far as the color blocking. Of course, the real player editions are way more white with a bunch of dates around them. If you guys don't know what all those dates around the sneaker means, that actually is the year of all of the different championship teams at UNC. 1957, 82, 93, 2005, 2009, and 2017 championship teams. So they put those numbers all over the sneaker and on the back of the shoe. Really dope concept. I actually wish that they would really make that into a version or a general release version of the shoe itself, because I would love a shoe that had that kind of history on it personally. I like that a whole lot better than the Omega Sci-Fi Brotherhood 1 things that they're coming out with, but whatever. But as we all know, UNC PEs have been one of the most coveted sneakers to get your hands on in all of sneakerdom out here. A lot of people want to get their hands on it. A lot of people have fakes of UNC PEs, but that's another topic for another day. But if you're one of the lucky ones to have your hands on an authentic pair of UNC Player Edition sneakers, congratulations, because I don't have them, and I don't know if I'll ever have them, but I sure do like looking at them. But these have a little bit more wide mass appeal. These are a little bit more fun to wear. And the fact that they're dropping during the wintertime is really dope. That cool blue is gonna have some really nice fits along with it. I'm excited to see what you guys match these up with. I know the typical outfit is gonna be a pair of skinny black jeans, but try to expand that a little bit. Give me some fits. I wanna see how you guys are gonna put these together with something really dope if you're trying to get your hands on these. Now, these are also dropping at a very interesting time, because by the time that they drop in March, February will be over. And as I mentioned in the previous video, February is going to be a very busy time in sneakers. So if you can come out of February and you still have some money to spend, then go ahead and get your hands on a pair of these, because that means that you would have made it through a lot of drops that a lot of us are going to go broke on. But really, really nice shoes. Super solid. I don't really see anything wrong with it quality-wise. It's a great addition, or like I mentioned previously, it's a great trade bait if you want to get your hands on some other shoes. So with all that being said, that's pretty much all that I have to say about these. Now it's time for you guys to sound off down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about the Air Jordan 6 UNC. Are these ones that are on you guys must cop list? Do you already have an early pair of them? Because I'm seeing a whole lot of pairs circulating around here. So if you guys already have a pair of them, congratulations. Let me know what you guys think. If you don't and you're looking to get them, sound them down below and let me know. Or if these are a hard pass, let me know that too. Of course, right down in the comments, make sure that you click on that subscribe button so we can welcome you into the Sneaker Phetish family, to make sure you don't miss out on any more heat that comes through like these, because I guarantee you, I got a lot more heat on the way. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on SneakerPhetish, taking a look at these with me, unboxing them with me for a couple of minutes. I go by the name of Kari. This is the Air Jordan 6 UNC, due to drop this March. And until next time, I'm out.